What's up, everyone? It is Wednesday, November 4th, 2009. It's your boy Jeff. This is my second video blog, and there are two topics I wanted to bring up. The first, this last weekend marked Halloween. It also marked Reformation Day, October 31st, 1517. Martin Luther nailed those 95 Theses to the wall of the church in Wittenberg. Obviously, we know that that's not the day the actual Reformation started, but it is the day that we remember the start of the Reformation. Obviously, we're thankful to God that Martin Luther didn't recant at the Diet of Worms, because at the Council of Trent, the church anathematized or rejected or threw out anyone who didn't believe in the doctrine of justification as they did. Now later on there was another council called the Lutheran Confessions, not a council but writings called the Lutheran Confessions, in which the Lutheran Protestants rejected or anathematized anyone who didn't hold to their doctrines of justification. So basically the Catholics rejected the Lutherans or Protestants, and the Protestants rejected the Catholics. We see that still today. What I wanted to bring up was the joint declaration of the doctrine of justification, and this year is the 10th anniversary of it. In 1999, the Pontifical Council for Promoting Christian Unity, which is from the Roman Catholic Church, and the Lutheran World Federation, obviously Protestant Lutherans, got together and after a lot of dialogue came up with an ecumenical document in which they agree about the doctrine of justification by faith. And they say that justification is through grace by faith alone. Sounds pretty good. It's pretty cool that, these two basically warring factions within Christendom would come to such an agreement. Now, is it the end-all, be-all agreement? Of course not. Not all Lutherans even hold to this. There are several Lutheran councils throughout the world that reject this joint declaration of the doctrine of justification. But I thought it was pretty cool. There you go, you can do some research about it. There's obviously some stuff on Wikipedia, you can Google it. It's called the Joint Declaration on the Doctrine of Justification. It was formulated in '99, so this makes it the 10th anniversary. I thought it was pretty cool going along with the Reformation Day date, October 31st, that I would find out about it and find out it's the 10th anniversary. Now, going along with Reformation Day, obviously October 31st is another day, it's Halloween. I was sitting here as the trick-or-treaters were coming to my house. I was wondering to myself, what am I going to do the day that I have children and they want to go trick-or-treat with their friends? You know, there's three big holidays that I can think of right off the top of my head, maybe more, but we'll stick with these three main ones. Halloween, Christmas, Easter. Now, all three of them, the American versions of them, have very pagan roots. Obviously, with Halloween, it's all about dead people and spirits and all kinds of stuff like that. It seems pretty demonic. With Christmas, we've basically got a American replacement for the Christian holiday. It started out as pagan. The church wanted to take it over and redeem it for God, and now in America, at least where I live, which is all I can speak for, it has become pretty pagan again, with even its own, heroes and stuff. You've got Santa Claus and a reindeer. And then, of course, we have Easter, in which we celebrate the, as the pagan tradition goes, we celebrate the coming of new life in spring, and we do Easter egg hunts and stuff. So I was wondering to myself, what am I going to teach my children? Am I going to be the guy that says we're not celebrating any of this stuff, and I don't care if your friends are having fun, you're not going with them because you're a Christian and we don't do that kind of stuff? Or am I going to be the parent that says, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter, it's just a stupid holiday, you can do it and there's no big deal? I'm hoping that I'll be somewhere in the middle, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to tell my children that they are separate, that they are in God's people, and that comes from a place of grace and not from a place of fear or anger, because our separation into God's family was only by grace and mercy and nothing that we could do. So in the same way, I would like to somehow, and this is a question I'm posing to you guys, what do you think is practical ways, or those of you that have kids, what are the practical ways that you guys strike a medium between the two extremes that I tend to see? We've got on the one hand, like I said, no holidays at all, and on the other hand, it doesn't matter, who cares? It's just a stupid thing we do. I don't like either of those options, and I'm hoping that there's somewhere in the middle ground that comes from a place of grace, that understands that kids want to have fun, and there's nothing wrong with letting your children enjoy some candy. But at the same time, I do want them to know that this is a holiday that we don't believe in, we don't hold to. We don't believe that we're scaring off evil spirits when we go trick-or-treat at the door. We're not going to hang ghosts and goblins from our house, because that's not what we're about. But at the same time, I don't want it to be, if you do this, you're a bad Christian, because I don't think that's right either. Lastly, if you guys missed a show last Thursday that I talked about in my blog, and that was all over my Facebook and our Sacrament Media Facebook, you missed a great show. All the bands did a great job. I had the pleasure of being able to host Ocean Hysteria. There's some great guys. Check out their music. In the future, be checking for Sacrament Media shows. Also, be checking Frank the Tank's video blog. He should be posting something soon. That's pretty much all that's on my mind today. Peace of the Lord be with you, and I'll talk to you next time.